And look at what all this has meant for Kamala Harris. From being a running mate, she has now emerged as the likeliest presidential candidate from the Democratic Party. With just over 100 days left for the election, can she become the first ever female president of the United States? Or will Donald Trump beat her if things look that way? Only time will tell. What remains certain, though, is that they both have a lot on their plates. We start off first with Kamala Harris. Even though President Joe Biden has endorsed her, it remains to be seen whether she gets consensus from within her party or will there be an open convention. If it is indeed the former, Harris has multiple facets in her favor for challenging Donald Trump. Kamala Harris is renowned for leading the charge for women's reproductive rights, a very crucial point. Since the Supreme Court's decision to end the constitutional right to abortion, the issue has become a major topic in American politics. As a woman and an advocate, Harris is uniquely positioned to challenge the stance of Trump and J.D. Vance, who have often been dubbed as the most anti-women ticket in American history. Harris's identity contrasts starkly with the Trump campaign that is often perceived by political analysts as having white, supremacist and racist undertone under the umbrella of Make America Great Again. As a daughter of immigrants, Harris can effectively counter the anti-immigrant policies that the Republican Party has promoted. Furthermore, Harris's experience as a prosecutor equips her with the skills to present her case effectively to the American public in a way and to make any debate with Trump a formidable challenge. As per reports, the Trump campaign had been more concerned about running against Harris than Biden, believing that Harris is more adept at addressing issues like abortion rights and Trump's legal troubles. Harris is known to capture public attention with her humor and relatable phrases, which often go viral on social media. Let's now talk about what the polls are saying. The recent polls showing little difference between how she and Biden fare against Donald Trump. According to an average of 11 recent polls, Trump leads Harris by 1.5 percentage points, only slightly less than his 1.9-point lead over Joe Biden. Harris's supporters argue that these polls may shift now that Biden is out of the race. Meanwhile, Trump's campaign is working towards pivoting its strategy, and reports suggest they are likely to paint Harris as a radical left. Given the latest developments, the question is, how will Trump reinvent his campaign? Trump has reportedly already started crafting attack ads targeting Harris's current record in office and her past as California's Attorney General, framing her as weak on crime and a part of the failed Biden administration. Trump has also wasted no time in linking Harris to Biden, claiming that they have the same records in office and that there is no distance between them. As per reports, Trump is also aiming to revive criticism from the 2020 Democratic primary, where Harris faced backlash for being too lenient on crime and first-time drug offenders. During her tenure as California's Attorney General, a possible race between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump may shape up to be a historic and fiercely contested battle. With Biden out, both campaigns are scrambling to adapt and strategize for the months ahead. On that note, cutting straight across to Kamala Harris speaking at this point, let's listen in.
Our President Joe Biden wanted to be here today. He is feeling much better and recovering fast, and he looks forward to getting back on the road. And I wanted to say a few words about our president. Joe Biden's legacy of accomplishment over the past 3 years is unmatched in modern history. In one term, he has already, yes, you may clap. In one term, he has already surpassed the legacy of most presidents who have served 2 terms in office. And I first came to know President Biden through his son, Beau. We worked together as attorneys general in our states, and back then, Beau would often tell me stories about his dad. he would talk about the kind of father and the kind of man that Joe Biden is. The qualities that Beau revered in his father are the same qualities that I have seen every day in our president. His honesty, his integrity, his commitment to his faith and his family, his big heart, and his love, deep love of our country. And I am firsthand witness that every day our President Joe Biden fights for the American people, and we are deeply, deeply grateful for his service to our nation. And so with that, on behalf of our President and Dr. Biden, I am honored to welcome all of you to the White House to celebrate the achievements of these great athletes. Every one of them is a national champion, a national champion. In America, tens of millions of people play a sport as a child, and the best grow up to become national champions. Here today, we have 7 undefeated teams, 11 repeat champions, and 20 first-time winners.
All right, so that's Kamala Harris speaking for the first time since we had Joe Biden endorsing her as a replacement as far as the run to the White House is concerned. A very crucial choice of words there as far as Joe Biden's legacy is concerned, calling his legacy unmatched and praising his accomplishments as a leader of the country. Kamala Harris there speaking out. Remember, it's been a very interesting turn of events with Joe Biden stepping out of the race, and it's looking like a very crucial few weeks ahead for both the camps as they strategize what the election is going to look like.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.